It was early in the morning and I heard a very aggressive knock on my door, like cop knock. Yeah, I think I was still sleeping. And I'm kind of jarred and I'm like, who was at the door? This aggressive knock. And then I get up and open the door and it's, lo and behold, it's Pumpkin.
She's a go-getter. She's really aggressive.
Like she just started making a habit of this, just coming to my door, and just, there would be times where she didn't knock, she'd just come in.
She's crazy.
That began a relationship and a friendship and a sweet sisterhood.
We got I guess you could say it's a long history, but me and my aunt, we have a real nice, chill system that we live by. She likes her ice creams, her was it Gold Peak teas?
She loves a lot of things. She loves life. She shows up for life. She loves the sun. She loves walking. She loves Daisy, our dog.
She switches over to TV shows. She likes CSIs and Murder, She Wrote, Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortunes. Pat St. Jack.
What's interesting about Pumpkin is the doctors didn't expect her to live past 5. Pumpkin will be, I think, 75 on Halloween, thus the nickname Pumpkin.
Pumpkin was born with a disability where it's almost as if she had a stroke, which she didn't, but half of her body doesn't fully function.
I think all her strength went to the left side, and she's doubly strong.
Pumpkin has a little naughty side sometimes.
She beat up my brother, and she beat up 2 other guys that grew up with us.
She knows what's going on, put it that way. I'm trying my best to find a word for her.
As kids playing through this community, Pumpkin used to walk up and down the streets, waving and speaking to everyone. And of course, we've seen her every Sunday during church.
Well, she just loves everything that's done here at the church. There's no one more exuberant, and they're engaging with the choir and singing their praise.
You love that music.
Every time the church door is open, she's here, because she has her own key, and she lets us in.
If I don't see her, then many times I would say, now, where's Pumpkin? Because things just aren't complete if she's not there.
She goes and unlocks the church, turns the lights on, turns the AC on.
She does what most people who are able to do sometimes don't do.
She loves God, and she loves people, and the two go together.
She comes to him with a childlike faith. And that's really the way the Lord wants any of us to come to him, totally depending upon him.
She walks it daily. So she's, how they say in our terms, she's not a fraud. She's the real deal. She's the real deal.
So, Pumpkin, to my understanding, typing on an old-fashioned typewriter is something she's done for some time. I don't really know how that all came to be, but I know she's got a typewriter at home that she types on. When she can't sleep at night, she'll get up and go and type on that typewriter. Often the Lord's Prayer. Archie, her dear brother, he got her second typewriter situated there at Imagine Art, which is the great nonprofit that works with artists with disabilities. So she had both places to type. You know, Pumpkin doesn't read, and her beautiful blue eyes don't see very well. So she has a magnifying glass, and she'll have like the Lord's Prayer or some prayer printed out, and she'll go and lean over to make out the letter, Then with one hand, type one key at a time, one letter at a time to flesh out the Lord's Prayer. And it's so inspiring because that's tedious. And she does it over and over and over again. You like to type. At 6 o'clock, you usually type at home around 6 in the morning or in the evening? Or both? Both? 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. You like to type? But once she finishes it, she'll, take it hot off the press, and then she oftentimes will give those prayers out.
She gives us all a page of prayers that she's typed.
Well, Pumpkin has typed the 23rd Psalms for me, and it's in a wonderful frame.
One day she was walking up my path, and one of the back tenants was walking out, and I think maybe I introduced them, but Pumpkin immediately had a prayer on her and gave her this prayer.
There's meaning in these words. When we say that the Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want, I believe she lives that.
I know she wasn't expected to live very long at the time she was born, so look what God does,
Pumpkin. I'm well, how are you?
And every time you see these sort of miracles like Pumpkin, it can't help but help you see God more clearly and feel more close to Him.
The very breath that she breathes is because of Jesus.
You look at Pumpkin, it gives me hope. It really does.
Okay. Yeah, my mom gave this to me a long time ago. So Jesus tells us, I am the firm foundation on which you can dance and sing and celebrate my presence. This is my high and holy calling for you. Receive it as a precious gift. Glorifying and enjoying me is a higher priority than maintaining a tidy, structured life. Thank goodness. Give up your striving to keep everything under control. An impossible task and a waste of precious energy. Yeah, she's a walking prayer, and she's inspiring, and it gets me emotional, because it's just really sweet. She loves without any barriers or boundaries, and she's fearless. Like that day she just came banging on my door, and I was taken back. She caused me to open the door to my heart more. She's a walking example of God and His light and love, and people need that.
She lights up a room. She does. She really does. I don't know what it is, but it's something about Pumpkin.
Sometimes we can be the smallest person, but be the loudest voice in the church. She makes you want to come and praise the Lord.
What an amazing God we serve.
So Pumpkin, what do you love about Jesus?
Yeah.
Well, He loves you. I know that much.
I've seen somewhat of a transformation in people around Pumpkin. Now, you can chalk that up to good genes, good diet, good whatever you want to, but really the only answer is the Lord is faithful and He is just.
So yeah, I think it's an example of how Jesus works, and He just wants to be in our hearts. And He can do it in unexpected ways.